Da-na-na. Hello, everybody. So this is just Theo here. I am a solo doggo tonight because it's still pretty late for my babe. Right now we're still separated because of work and shenanigans, and just oh my gosh, it's just a lot of unfortunate things that just coalesce to still let this be. Goddamn, it's really sucky. A lot of things seem to just be really, like, not negative, just what I perceive now and what I'm focusing on right now is just kind of just unfortunate. Just a lot of just stuff that's just killing my vibe. And oof, man, this is like the pre-show. Just fair warning. So it's just gonna be my solo thoughts for now. I I just kind of wanted to give you guys all of my therapy. That's what this is. So if you're cool with that, I'm just gonna kind of go on for like half an hour, and maybe I'll put a timestamp so you guys can just get to the real meat and potatoes when the show actually starts. But yeah, just a solo doggo here. I it I just want to start off by saying, like, first of all, like, if you're listening to this, thank you. It means a lot. It's so weird to just start recording a thing and then putting your ideas and thoughts together and then just sharing that with, people online. Yeah. uh, so thanks for letting me occupy your ear holes for duration of time. It it means a lot. And that's the thing about podcasts too, to just kind of be a little meta for now, but one of the big things for me personally that I do is like every day at my day job, basically, like, it's become an addiction where I'll just be just doing monotonous work, just real boring stuff, and it's just day in the life of a janitor. And among all of the basically chores that I'm doing, they're not too far off from just regular household chores that you do at home, like vacuum rugs, wipe tables, organize furniture, clean windows, etc. It's a simple gig, and that's why I chose it, because it's relatively stress-free. But the one thing that I always do, I picked up these Bluetooth earbuds. They're like Samsung Bluetooth earbuds. They're really good. They're like my most used accessory, like, by far. For a couple of years, and I really love them because they're discreet. You can just pop one in your ear, have your other ear hole open, so you can hear if you're being called or if you have to work on something or whatever, and you can just pop it out and then throw it back in the case, and it's all good. Like, super seamless. I am not sponsored. I don't have any sponsorships. That's okay. Maybe in the future, that'd be really cool. Like, if you could be sponsored by furry stuff or other furry products, that'd be really tight. But yeah, so I just be listening to, like, in my one ear, I have like Joe Rogan on, or I have like Furcast, or a couple of other furry podcasts that are really cool, like Southpaws. And for me, it's just super personal because I'm not looking for like a really robust entertainment kind of talk show or something like that. I'm just more about just like chilling out and then having somebody talk to me, or just talk around me, because it's really inviting in that way, and then you can just chill and then listen to like interesting things and topics, just from like whatever a person thinks about a topic or whatever. It's really cool, and especially if they're a nice person too. So it really does help give me company. Especially in these times, like 2020, man, I I know, I feel it's so already, like, it's been said in every whichever way possible already about how things are just really kind of just a drag. And I don't mean to add to that right now. I want to introduce some levity to the, the situation, instead of just me just whining and complaining. But it's like I was mentioning earlier about just having, like, kind of all of these things coalesce into even what came about, like, this past Sunday was the babe was supposed to come back home, and just, he did everything on his part, not to get too much into the details of whatever he was doing, but it basically resulted in things kind of going wrong last minute, and it's still a good protocol to redo some things, so that's what they're doing. And there was about a 10-day extension, so that's what still makes it difficult. But it was just that compounding effect of just having another thing where it's like, oh, the one person that I want to see more than ever is now gonna be delayed by over a week. And I won't say that's the straw that broke the camel's back for me, but damn, it did not help me for a good couple of nights, because it's like, out of all the badness and all the things that really just kind of made me feel bad and alone and not really motivated to continue working on even things that I always love working on, like drawing or making the comic and stuff, even this podcast, even talking, things really do seem to sort of wall off all of these things, and physically, socially, mentally, for myself, that I sometimes can't shake. And it's well, I'm on this roller coaster now, and it's you can't really get off sometimes, and it's just a part of the ride. And it's well, if I don't go through this feeling at least once in a while, I'm only human, and I'm actually part dog, but it's just that feeling of okay, this is a low point, and I know it'll go back up from here. It's just that sometimes I fixated on so much. It's man, when am I gonna just get over this? Or when will this stuff just quit, so I can focus on happier times, and just know when you're enjoying the moment and having fun again. But it's just so difficult with lack of social gatherings, because man, it was everything was just set up so perfectly this year to just knock all the things that we would do naturally as furries. From just enjoying a lot of group events, local meetups, fur cons, reduced down to just basically the social life that you had online. It kind of reminds me of when I first actually started out of high school, and I didn't really know anybody, and I wasn't even in the fandom, and it would just be really just long days of basically going to work at a job I didn't like anyway, at a grocery store or something. No offense to people who work at grocery stores or supermarkets. It's just not my thing. I'm an artist. But yeah, just going to a job I didn't like, and then being tired, and then not feeling fulfilled from the job that I don't like. And then, oh yeah, the only other time that I have left for today is to go to bed, and then wake up and then do the thing again. And it was okay, this is not... I am very quick to expire in that kind of environment, and being in this kind of climate right now with the job that I have, I'm very fortunate that I don't have to very much deal with a whole lot of people. Because if another thing went wrong, if another person was just very cynical or just mean and just not very positive, I'm very fortunate to have majority of the people that I work with actually really decent people. So it goes beyond to just tell somebody good morning, or just ask hey, how you doing today? And that sort of thing just really helps. And it's wow, somebody actually notice that I work here, or I'm doing something that I'm a part of, and that makes you feel like you're a part of a team. And that gets me through the day. And at the end of the day, it's just those little things, as kind of trite as it seems, it really does matter. So thank you to all those that either comment or share something funny, or just send something my way, and it just makes me my day a little bit better. So I'll try to do that too, in kind. And I know sometimes not everybody has all the time in the world to reply or do something like that, but even seeing that, they got a haha out of it, it's makes my day. Especially when I'm talking to the Bay. If I can make him laugh, if I can give him a joke, as stupid as my jokes are. Well, actually, equally our jokes are pretty bad. So there is there is crossfire there, and maybe AOE. So just fair warning to those that hang out with us. Man, what am I even going on about? Like, oh yeah, feeling crappy. I feel like I'm on the upswing actually. So for like the last couple of days, I was totally floored. I'm just like, I just want to go home. I just want to be with my bae. I want to enjoy a game or Discord or even VR chat. That seems to be the only thing that I'm actually using that's keeping me alive because, hey, it's actually VR chat is, especially with VR, you can do it on desktop like Second Life. And I've gotten a couple of good nights that was really immersive through the desktop, so I highly encourage anybody who's remotely interested in VR chat, check it out. The worst thing that could happen is if you talk to a stranger actually. If make sure you know a couple of people to help guide you through the world of VR chat and the mayhem that it is, because a lot of people will troll you. Just fair warning. But if you got a good group of furries, you'll be okay. It'll be pretty dank. I mean, if you're a fan of that, that's pretty good. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. Like, I'm so glad that this medium exists in a time where it couldn't be more accessible, especially with VR headsets getting better and getting cheaper. And I just want to take any time I can to always talk about VR apparently in these podcasts. So my Oculus Quest, I added a couple of components to it. I don't think I talked about it before, but I have these, it's like Mammoth brand grips. You can really get any kind of brand grips. They all look pretty cool online. But it lets you hold your grips in a way where there are these extra straps that go around your palm. And you can basically let go of the controllers and they'll still stay stationary in your hands, so you can make different gestures when you want to just like wave hi to somebody, so it doesn't always look like you're clenching your fist at somebody. So that's really cool. And then I also added these this was a huge upgrade actually. If you have an Oculus Quest, you'll know that the faceplate and the headbands are the most uncomfortable thing that they ever put on this thing. And I know it was a cost measurement decision, so them cheaping out on the comfort actually was probably the best thing they could do to make this more accessible. So if you have a Quest and you're a longtime user of VR, you'll know that a lot of people do what's called frankenquesting. And did I just turn that into a verb? I think so. Well, they turned the Oculus Quest into a frankenquest. And it's called that because what they're doing is they're ripping off all of the uncomfortable things about the Quest, and then they're taking the faceplate off, and then they're taking off the audio. It's not even like I guess it's like an audio strap. It's like some kind of plastic bit that just channels audio from the headset. But what they do is they take that off, all the uncomfortable parts, and then they put on this deluxe audio strap that was originally designed for the Vive. But what's so cool is that a lot of people have designed and form-fitted these 3D printed parts to the Quest. So you have these adaptable little plastic snaps that are so well designed. They're perfectly like exactly made. And I got a couple off of Etsy, and they work flawlessly. And it keeps everything snug and tight, so you can adapt the Vive headset straight to the Quest. It wasn't even designed for that, but it works perfectly. And then what I have actually on the way, that's my last slight accessory change, was the faceplate. People take off the original foam faceplate, and it's okay. It's got a little bit of squish, but it's not the squishiest or like the most memory foam like thing. So there are these faceplates that are made out of like some kind of pleather, I think, and that's also what keeps the what do you call that? The sanitation up. So it'll let you wipe the pleather down really easily with like a hand sanitizer wipe or something, or a wet one. And it just keeps it from like getting your face oils all over the thing, especially if you want to hand it over to a friend, or if you have a really sweaty friend, that'll probably save you. So it's really good, because I noticed the first couple of days I was like, why is my skin breaking out? And it turns out it's like, oh, because I was sweating in the faceplate, and it was just rubbing on my face with heat and then like pressure. And yep, it was like middle school all over again. So yeah, I highly recommend getting those accessories, especially if you're going to be a long-time VR user. It's so good. I can't recommend it enough. So I plan on doing a lot more VR chat too in the future. It's been like the best tool, honestly, for just keeping me and my mate in touch. So I get to see Blarg, and Blarg's hanging out with all of his other VR chat buddies, and they all know like all these really cool worlds, and they're just showing us all these dank models and different emojis and stuff. It's really cool, and like you go on so many different experiences and adventures. That's why I really recommend getting in with a group of solid VR chat people that are frequent and know a lot of really cool worlds and people, so you can favorite all of those worlds and people to visit later to show to other people. It's really just a wild ride. Can't recommend it enough. The one I would have to say, there were some pretty cool places that, although made me super motion sick, that's just because I don't know, I'm just super like, for some reason, I'm just super prone to like seasickness and stuff. And Blarg, he is a seafaring dragon, so, well, actually, he's a western forest dragon, but he has his sea legs, like, really well. So he doesn't get motion sick whatsoever. Like, oh my god, I played Skyrim one time in VR. It was not a fun experience. I could last only maybe like 5 minutes before I almost felt like puking. But okay, back to VR chat. Oh my god, I'm just getting so segmented. But the VR chat experience that I really liked was go-karting. That was really cool. You sit in just like these Mario Kart styled go-karts with similar tracks, and they have a whole bunch designed that, you know, drift differently or handle differently. Is really cool. They go at different speeds, and then you can bump into each other. It's really just a fun, cute experience. Another one was frisbee golf. That was pretty cool. I will admit the physics are super jank, so you'll probably rage quit before you even finish the game. But if you manage to like finesse it the right way, it'll be pretty fun, because you'll be like the only one out of like 10 people actually doing anything. And then there's a home run bat games. That was like basically ripped like straight from Smash in terms of the gameplay, and it's just ported to the VR place in like a decent way. It's not super on point in terms of physics and stuff, but you can, again, like you can finesse it in a way that like if you find out the trick, then you'll do really good. And then there was there bowling? I wonder if there was VR bowling. That'd be really cool to play. Like, I basically want all the Wii Sports games just ported into VR chat in some way. It'd be so cool. It'd be so tight. But yeah, I think, oh gosh, okay. Anything else that I have to, I guess, since the last episode, actually, I did make the Patreon update to clue everyone in. I mean, I guess that's following me to really get into like what it is that I plan on doing with the channel in terms of YouTube or Twitter and FA, all those platforms that I use mainly. And I think I'll just kind of reiterate or rehash what I was mentioning in the Patreon update video that you could find either on my YouTube or on the Patreon channel trailer. And it's just called Patreon Update. And it was a way for me to sort of recollect my thoughts on, okay, so what am I going to be doing with my current scenario? Because I feel like sometimes if things are going on for a long time, and I don't know, it's a part of kind of like my mental fixation on things that kind of, I would say like it doesn't lose steam, because I'm still very passionate about those projects. But it seems like now sometimes more than ever where I can't really connect with people. The connection is really what helps keep the drive going. Because, you know, you make something, you share it, people are all like, oh my god, that's awesome. And then, you know, sometimes like there's also useful criticism too that you could learn from. And then I get a real kick out of that from talking to people in person. I would really love to go to a con and talk to people about art and stuff like that. And in part where I wanted to try and get more artist interviews to put on the podcast. That was a huge goal, and it still is. But I will admit, like, I do have failures. And I would say that I've failed to plan more effectively around my time to get those interviews, because sometimes I'll reach out and I don't get a response, or I'll email somebody and they reply and it's super cool, but it's just like, sorry, I'm not and I'm not really available, and it's like I'm kind of booked with other projects because other artists, you know, they're their own entrepreneurs. They're their own CEOs of their own company, and if they stop, their company stops, and they're not making money, and they're not pursuing their goals that are so incredibly high. And I can only imagine reaching to the feet of the people that I want to reach out to because they inspire me. And those are the people that I want to get on the podcast. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy difficult to just have time. I know, yeah, people are busy, and I mean, I could be that guy that's always poking and nagging, saying, hey, you want to be on my podcast? And I'm like, I can't take myself seriously if I'm really that kind of guy. So, you know, I never want to pressure anybody into an uncomfortable situation where it's like, oh, I guess I'll talk to this guy or something, you know, and like, you know, it just gets super awkward. And I try not to put that kind of energy out. Like, I'll just say, hey, I really like your stuff, and if you'd have a chance to talk, I'd really love to talk about art because I feel like we got a lot in common, and I want to learn more. So that's basically the message I try to put out to people, and if they want to get back to me on that, then I know that they'll have time to, and that's how it came to be. I guess I could keep pushing harder in a way that's still not, you know, like intrusive or something like that. Maybe I'll like kind of remind people or just poke them a bit, like about, oh, maybe like every other week or something, or maybe once a month. You know, I don't want to be too naggy or anything again. But ooh, I'm getting a phone call. This is live, folks, or this is pre-recorded, but live right now because I'm not editing it really. Where's my phone? Actually, I'm probably gonna edit out the call. Okay, I'm back. What was I saying? I think I was talking about oh yeah, like annoying people with my podcast. Yeah, I don't want to nag people about just coming on if they don't feel like it. So that's that. I'll just end that there. And so what else is it that I'm doing? YouTube videos, not so much. If anybody was wondering about those, the Furry Meme Fridays were fun, and I would always love to do more. It just felt like something I wasn't developing that really led to something that I enjoyed in the end. Because after I shot the video, I'm like, I could have put that time towards more art or something else that, you know, is kind of a bigger priority that I want to focus on. So more time towards art. Yeah, that's always the goal. So the meme videos and stuff were fun if I feel like mixing it up, but nothing, I wouldn't plan on anything being consistent other than this podcast or the art commissions or the comics. So again, just really hammering that into 3 things because I think that's barely all that I can fit. I do have also a couple of other projects actually that I can't really talk about, but I really, really want to. But I'll just hint a little bit. It like involves a game, and it involves doing art for the game. And I really want to see it through and do well. So, yeah, shout outs to the people who know what I'm talking about. Actually, it's public. I can talk about it. It's called Nuraya. So Nuraya. And it's basically an adult themed game focused around this kind of pseudo like mash of RPG novel kind of traversing game, and the crew working on it is super cool. I really honestly want to get to know them better, and the developer, he's a really awesome guy. His name's Moku. He really tries hard and really networks and writes and he has like a whole lot of hats that he wears that he focuses on doing this project. And I would really like to interview him sometime. But yeah, I mean, to sum it up, I think I'm allowed to say this. I think it's fine. I saw the project that they're working on. I'm like, that's really cool. If I could get sort of more into the development process and know what it's like to work with a team, I would love to do that. And that's basically how it went. And I want to do a few splash art pieces to promote the game and try to show what I can do. And that's the goal. Maybe make a little couple of assets for the game. I just really want to help in any other way. Like, this isn't a job. This would just be for my own time that I'm investing into it, amongst these three things that I mentioned before that I'm already doing. And I feel like that's a really cool and a really fun investment of my time and work. Because this brings me to another thing, actually. The one thing that I did do that was announced a couple of months ago, I guess at this point, was Fluke's merch. If you guys already don't know who Fluke is, he's a really cool dude. He's a blue husky with a super cool curl. He's a dancer, a YouTuber personality, and everything. Really like just cool, genuine dude that puts out really cool and entertaining content that I think you guys would like. I think he goes by Fluke Husky on Twitter. But I think most furries already know him at this point. But one thing that I was like super stoked about doing before was this collab, because he saw a few other pieces of my work and he's like, "Oh, I like the design or the thing that you did with this. So would you like to sort of be commissioned or collab in a way to help make some merch?" And I was like, "Oh, hell yeah, like I want to hop on this opportunity and be able to like make something, especially if you like it. Like, goddamn, like that was so cool of him to ask." So it took a little time and a lot of brainstorming, and that's all a part of like the logo making process and designing something. I've done very little design work, but I will say, like, props to designers. It is a very precise and very rigorous iterative process, because you really want the client to see something that they like without them knowing it yet. And it's really tricky because you want to take the main core ideas of whatever it is that they're trying to envision, and then you as the artist bridge that gap. So like what I mentioned about the iterative process was like it's hard to throw a lot of ideas out and then sort of get axed, but that's all part of the process. And I was fully expecting that, like I gave him a handful of designs saying like, okay, this will work, this won't work, I like the elements of this one, can you put this one with that one and then mash those together and then maybe separate them. So it was taxing some days, but it was totally worth it, because in the end, like, there was the product and there it is, and then holy crap, people are wearing the product, they're tweeting it, they're retweeting it, they're liking it, and I'm like, I helped design that. I put a little bit of something from me out there, and not only did the client like it, but the people he's sharing it really love it. And it's like, that's the most satisfying, like, fulfilling thing that I've done in a long time, or really ever, as a person who decided to make art his life. So frick, like, if I can go and keep doing that, like, that's what really drives me. Yeah, I I don't want to get kind of choked up, but that really did mean a lot. I can't really find the words to really describe it any other way other than like wow, somebody is proud to not only commission me but also like wear the thing that I made. It's so cool, and it's so interesting to just have people like the thing that you do, and yeah, keeps me going. So where was I going with this? Those were cool projects. I want to do more like those. I have a couple more still in the back burner that I'm working with other people on. I don't want to, I will just put this out there, I don't really want to work on more, I know I just said something that conflicts with this, but I don't want to work on more logos designing, because I like digital painting. Just pure and simple. I like the messiness of the sketch, the messiness of the colors and the shades and the environment that mix and clash with the character, and then I have to figure out how to make it better. That's the kind of thing where a canvas turns into like kind of molding with clay for me. and like figuring out like what shapes work, what looks good in this lighting, what colors work here, what values can I incorporate here and there to bring more depth to the piece, what repetition can I bring into the piece, what's the path that the eyes is going to follow in the composition, like a whole lot of elements that are really cool to figure out. And I refer back to my textbooks about this thing, all of my favorite art I look into and inspire. And the point that I'm getting to is just that it's this big creative like beehive of buzzing and like levels and stuff that go into really producing that one piece of art that I'm undertaking, that I am putting all of my craft and blood, sweat, and tears into. And that's the goal, because I don't really want to put out stuff that I'm kind of half-heartedly interested in. I want to put out the best stuff that is portfolio stuff that I want to represent in my own gallery, that shows you like, hey, this is what I'm capable of, this is what I love doing, and if you like that, like maybe I can work with you, or maybe I don't know, you give me a shout out or something that's just really awesome that somebody else can vibe with. So yeah, that's always the direction that I want to go with my own personal work. So maybe we should cut it short there. I feel a lot better, man. Just like getting your thoughts out there, it's really helpful. So we should just kick this off straight into the show when my co-host, my babe, my love, my darling, my beautiful sunshine comes in. When we can get the time ready so that we can both host the show proper. So thanks for joining me on this pre-show banter, guys. And then let's get straight to the meat and potatoes. Stuff now. Hello, guys. So now we're back to the meat and potatoes, and I actually have the bae here. Hi, babe. Well,
Hi, love.
I am your host, Theo, and I'm joined with...
Another creature.
Yes, babe. Another creature. Another special, extravagant, lovely creature.
Another reptile.
Well, you're the only reptile right now.
But there could be other reptiles too.
I know. Then it'll be like the zoo that you just went to, and you can go to the reptile room. Did you actually go to a reptile room?
Yeah, we went to the reptile section. They had quite a bit. It was like a turtle that was just stepping on another. I forget what they're called. They're like gnarls or something, like the needle-nosed crocs, essentially.
Oh, the really slender, snooted kind of crocodiles.
Yeah, there was one that was just chilling under the water, and then some turtle freaking just started just climbing on him and taking a breather on top of him. And I was like, what the heck? It's like, you're on somebody, right?
Oh, I love
And the turtle's
those.
not giving a fuck.
I remember always when I was a kid going to the local one here in Hawaii, the Honolulu Zoo. Whenever I got to the crocodiles, I was always wanting them to do something, but they would always just stand in the water and just stare.
They literally just chill.
They're super chill. They look like statues, and I was like, they're not real. But so wait, if you went to the zoo, what does that mean for like quarantine? Are those places safe to roam now? Like, what's the situation there?
They still try to make it their best, like enforcing masks and distancing and all that, like making us wear same color bands to like, so at a glance you can tell if we're part of like one group or something.
Mm-hmm.
So they would try to like make it easy to tell, so people weren't trying to like converge close to each other.
Oh, so
They
you
tried their
can
best.
just
They were trying their best to keep it distance. They also limited occupancy inside the zoo,
Oh,
so
okay.
sometimes you'd have to wait.
Those are really good precautions. So they count the total amount of people, and they basically let you just roam in packs of your friends.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
That and a lot of hand sanitizer stations, and then a lot of areas blocked off so it limits use, or like warnings that some things are high contact items.
Well, that's really
So
nice
like
for the
there's a
zoo
lot of
too.
warnings.
Yeah, because at least the animals still get some attention, and I would imagine they'd be really in dire need for some funding so that they can take care of all those creatures over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's new, guys, is for this episode we are now transitioning from our TreeBark articles and stuff on Telegram to Discord. Blarg was very gracious and then organized it for us. So we're gonna try and see if we can use all of the different subjects and tags to organize things a bit better. So let's try to see if we can make a decent transition to this starting this episode. Um,
I mean, we haven't really moved a lot of things.
I know a lot
That's
of
probably afterwards.
the a lot of the articles are just scattered still in the Telegram that I really should just forward it, but then I'm just like, I should just get new articles and forward it to the chat instead. But
Yeah. Should also have
how about we clean up
markers.
the Telegram and we'll just go through the rest of this and then we just won't add to the Telegram, or maybe we should just delete it.
Delete it or just convert it into something for people that should post in. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that sounds
I
like
don't
a
know.
good idea.
Again, it's kind of based on how you want to end up using it, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a nice dump for things. It's just a garbage, a
The
dank
mega.
meme place.
Yeah, the hot danks.
Yeah, let's start off with some
T5.
Twitter stuff. This was a little old, but it's been about a week since we did the last one, so I think we're on week 2. I didn't mean to skip a week there, but oh man, things were kind of rough. Um, but yeah, let's just get right back in the saddle. And there was this I don't know if you guys follow some electric vehicle news, but there was this Twitter post from Hype Beast, and I guess there are some car enthusiast brand or some magazine, and the tweet was Electric Brands has unveiled its eBussy concept, a modular electric vehicle that can be transformed into 10 different body types. Find out more there. Uh, and it's basically a bunch of different images of this like what looks like a VW bus, and it looks pretty cool, but they had to go with the name with eBussy. Like, bruh.
Well, I mean, it probably meant to be bussy, like bus C,
Oh, okay, so electric bus B. Okay, it's
bussy.
E
But
capital
shoot, we
B
all we
U
all we all
S
know
S Y.
what's real. We know what's really going on.
I know. Are they just trying to be hip with the kids? Get that bussy action? Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
I mean
Translate, please.
the base concept is pretty cool. Um, it's it's kind of like the idea. It reminds me of like the modular smartphone era where people wanted different parts and then they wanted to swap out the parts that they want to use and then upgrade it from there. The one problem though that was kind of flawed with the modular phone design was that companies were not going to sacrifice their current flagship phones and designs to just make like Lego parts for this other phone. It would be a huge marketing loss for them. So I think this might go the same route, although it's a really cool concept.
Maybe. I mean, it's a vehicle this time. If they can keep the pricing reasonable, then they might do fine.
That is true. Yeah, a lot of electric cars these
Well,
days are getting more economical, so that's really good news.
yeah.
But man, they had to
Especially
go
with
with the
like
name
better
eBussy.
technology opening up. Yeah. Ebussy. Bussy.
I guess it stands out among the rest, so that's good on
Oh,
them.
there's actually an English page. Damn it.
Oh, for what?
This is all Europe, by the way. Now I'm on their website right now, looking at their Bussy.
Oh, okay, it's taking place in Europe now. Is it a thing yet, or is it still just a concept?
It's. Let me see.
Oh man, I don't know. I would love to drive one of these. This looks like a really cool like beach vehicle. Like it's got these
This
rugged
literally looks
tires.
like seems like your dream of wanting a stand-up freaking bus almost. I like that when you're like, I really want one of those worker buses. It's like what?
Yeah, it almost looks like a tiny home or something. It's really sleek and modern, and it looks like
If
what.
anything, it looks like a VW bus, like an electric VW bus. And I thought, wait a minute, didn't they have a bus? Hold on.
VWs, as I know it, a lot of them were popular and they were converted into electric vehicles as they were from internal combustion engines. So that was a popular trend. But I know that VW as a company is trying to plan on converting completely to EV actually.
Yeah, ID Buzz. actually gonna have a bus, like a newer looking bus thing that's completely way different than.
Yeah, I would love to see them on the
It's called
road.
yeah. So yeah, it's definitely I guess called the ID Buzz or something,
That's VW's
or
electric bus.
in
Bussy.
ID Buzz. I don't know if ID means anything or if it just means just like idea. I don't
uh,
know.
I mean, I guess they're trying to stand out in whatever way they can. But yeah, I'm not a huge car guy either. But when it gets to electric vehicles, it's really cool because they're actually like really high tech stuff, and I love tech.
Yeah, but we just have to see how it comes out, especially against all the competition with the other people.
But yeah, Twitter had a field day with that naming thing.
The
Moving on.
bussy.
I don't want to spend too much time on the bussy. Um,
You gotta get that boozy.
for a when the bussy has no
It's-
carbon footprint. So let's see. Moving on to other stuff. I threw in this IGN article. Animal Crossing New Horizons new update has turned into a glitch into a feature. So that was really cool of Nintendo to listen to the response for a glitch. Actually, uh, one of the things that was popular in New Horizons before they updated some things. You could, when taking screenshots, you could do this HUD glitch. So when you didn't want the map or anything showing up on your picture, you would do the glitch and then you could snap the photo. And then when they updated it, they took out that feature, and then the fans were really aggravated because it was something everyone loved, and it didn't break the game in any way. So Animal Crossing World tweeted, the past camera app glitch allowing you to remove the HUD has now been added as a native feature in version 1.4 of Animal Crossing New Horizons. Simply press in the right analog stick and remove the user interface. So that was really cool of Nintendo, of them actually listening to their fans.
yeah,
I know, it's
I
so
think a lot
sad
of
though,
people need
too.
to listen to their fans.
It's so sad. I haven't touched Animal
Well,
Crossing
to
in
an
like
extent,
2 months.
there is an extent. I mean, you should go back to it so all your villagers can be very concerned that you left them.
I know, and they're gonna be sad, like, where were you? I was looking for you all day. And then they're gonna say, I'm gonna move or something, and I'm gonna be depressed.
You're gonna lose like your top characters that you like honed in there.
Yeah, if they move, I have the NFC chips. Can I just like phone them in again? I wonder if I could.
Probably.
Oh, okay. I have nothing to fear then. That's okay. It's like I want to move. No, you're not going anywhere. You're
No, you're
staying here
staying
with me
right here.
forever. We're gonna be friends. But yeah, that was really cool, Nintendo. What else do we have? Do you see anything else in the stuff you want to go over?
You forgot your intro again. Go back.
Oh no, the intro actually was I did a pre solo dogo
You
session
didn't do.
last night.
Oh, I meant the music thing. Oh,
The music intro?
yeah.
No, yeah, I tagged it at the end actually.
Oh shit.
So yeah, I kind of transitioned in. I mean, nobody would have known post edit, but now they know.
Yeah, now they know. I have given away the game because I didn't realize you were doing the thing.
I almost look cool,
Oh yeah,
but
somebody opened up for speaking of furries, somebody opened up for synths, like synth suits. It
synth
was
suits. Ooh,
yeah. So there's a type of species called synths. They're just pretty much reptile or digital reptiles again. I guess you could say they're just mechanical reptiles. They're made by hold on, let me figure out the name. I
wait, and
should
these
know it,
are
but I'm dumb.
these are different specifically from those other types of electric sonas, the like
Yeah,
cyborg
it's not
ones.
like it's like you got your protos, but
Oh,
like
protogens. That's what
since
I was
it's
thinking of.
yeah, but since they're definitely different.
Are they more plug and play?
They're by yeah. So since they were created by Van Shader, that's what it was,
Oh, okay.
or Vader San. Sorry, I messed up the name. It was by Vader San, and he was the one that originally made the synths, and they're just pretty much like robotic reptiles.
Are those the
And
ones
now
with the error
there's a maker
message?
out there that. What do you mean?
The blue screen on their face, is that the one that goes around a lot, or am I
Uh-uh.
thinking of protogens?
You're thinking of protos.
Oh, okay.
Protos have giant screens for faces.
I gotta look into
I mean,
them.
I mean, there's different variants of synths that have like screens on their faces too that you can modify, but they're very distinct in shape. Instead of having like kind of a cheese wedge shape, you get more of a robotic reptile look.
Oh, right. That's pretty cool. And you said they're offering commissions or something right now for actual suits?
Yeah. So Raptors Den. There was a tweet from them that says we're open for commissions on synth mini partial, and they had like they were doing like a debut on their creation.
Oh, I'll check them out.
I'm sure there's a bunch of other artists and stuff like that too that are going to be coming out with synth suits. Like making a synth sounds like a lot of fun to be honest.
Oh,
Honest.
okay. They have a Facebook page, and yeah, they go by Raptor's Den. Oh, that's a really cool partial, actually. Wow, that almost looks like a 3D render.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, and they got those very expressive digital eyes. Oh, those are really cute.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, you guys should
So
totally check it out. Okay, so that's Raptor's Den on Facebook, and I imagine they have other platforms too. So probably just Google that.
yeah. And so was that? What was this?
Which one?
Oh. Oh, here's the other article on here about how we learned about how things actually swim. You know, certain parts.
Oh, the sperm. Was that the thing?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, yeah. I linked that a while ago. Did I just skip that? I think I just skipped that over by accident.
You have a whole chat room full of all these articles, I love.
I know, that's why I'm glad we're moving over to Discord so I don't get lost again.
Well, I mean, you can at least keep organized to what topics that you want to like jump to.
Wait, is it still in the chat? Wait, where'd it
It
go?
is. It's on the bottom. It's on the bottom.
Oh, okay, I was looking
Let's
for
take
the
a look at it.
image. But did you want to read
Oh,
this one, or
well,
you want to take the reins on
you
this one?
can read it. You can read it. I'm just poking you on it, just because you're the one that posted it.
Okay. So this is a CNN health article, and it's titled "Human Sperm Roll Like Playful Otters as They Swim." Study finds contradicting centuries-old beliefs, and it was mainly because because it said sperm swims like playful otters. So, digging into the article, I'll try to summarize. More than 340 years ago, a Dutchman named Antony van Leeuwenhoek invented a powerful new compound microscope and accidentally discovered the existence of bacteria, a groundbreaking achievement that changed the course of medicine. Not long after, he decided to look at his ejaculate, definitely not an accident, and discovered tiny wiggling creatures with tails dubbed animalcules. I mean, I guess the modern day of animalcules is just molecules or small organisms.
Uh,
These creatures move forward owing to the motion of their tails that look like a snake or an eel swimming in the water. He later wrote to the secretary of the UK Royal Society in 1678. The tail of a man's sperm, he added, lashes with a snake-like movement. But as it turns out, there's this infographic here that you can check out with the actual patterns of how sperm rotate their tails and swim. It's really quite beautiful, actually. So yeah, it's definitely. And then they link another YouTube video in the article with an exact correlation and contrast between an otter in a in a tank. It's really cute. So yeah, now you know more about ejaculate. So
yeah. Now otters will spread out more otters. If you know what I mean.
the otters, if
Otters will spread.
they're just giant sperm. That's what they are.
That's what it is. They're just giant sperm.
I'm
Giant sperm
sorry to
banks.
any
They're
otter furs
giant
out there.
sperm banks. That's what it is. Otters are just giant sperm banks. That's what they are.
I mean, aren't they in the fandom too? You know, it all makes sense now.
It does.
Otter space.
It. Oh my gosh. Who will win, otters or foxes?
For being
I
being
don't know.
the butt of
Being
the
expressed.
fandom. Bigger
I
bottom,
guess
otters or
so.
foxes? Text into 420, blaze it.
Only
Uh,
6.99. You'll
oh my
find the
god.
answers to who's the biggest bottom there is.
So let's see. I think yeah, that was basically the last one listed. This other one I had, I guess I'll just throw in the like quick media bits below when this video goes live or this episode goes live. It was this savage, honest government ad, made by the Juice on Twitter, and it was really crazy where they just really reel in and just nail all of the honest points about what the tragedies going on in America were and how dumb we were for doing those things. But yeah, I'll link that below so you can check it out in full detail. Uh, what
Oh yeah,
else?
did we talk about the weird um VM being able to VMware in Minecraft?
VM? What was the
Yeah, virtual
VMware?
machine.
Oh yeah, you did link that one. Did you want? I wasn't too sure on it, but did you want to give the rundown?
So so like here's another weird article, I guess, for those who like play Minecraft a lot. So what you can do, somebody, and the only reason it became super big in some of the news outlets is because people play Doom in Minecraft. But what it is essentially there's a mod out there, a VM computers mod that essentially creates a VM inside Minecraft that allows you to like boot things like Windows 95 and other operating systems inside Minecraft. I
So
don't know how well in terms of like translating what effects inside the games, like uh
shaders and mods.
no. So like there was this other computer mod for Minecraft that allowed you to affect the way the world worked a
Mm-hmm.
little bit in terms of like programming like turtle robots essentially to like do farming work or whatnot and like programming doors or talking to other computers and making scripts and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I forget what that computer mod was called, but I don't know how because this VM computers mod is different because it's essentially booting a VMware inside Minecraft.
And a VM is
But
a virtual machine, right?
essentially, you're like making a computer inside a computer.
Like whatever physical components, like because this is totally new to me. So whatever physical components you have in real life, you can simulate that within Minecraft.
Kind of. So like the way that a normal VM works, um, so like the basis, you can think of like the hardware computer as like the parent, and then when you do VMs, you can assign that VM to have only that like a particular portion of the hardware, like the how many CPUs is allowed to access it, like can it access the internet, can it access like a certain portion of the graphics card. Like also you can like very fine tune like how much access that VM has.
Oh wow.
And then with other you can partition it even further so you can have multiple VMs running. So that just means you have subset computers running in there.
So if I'm trying to visualize this, like I'm imagining like you have your physical desktop computer, and then for each portion that you're divvying up, you're creating a smaller ratio of whatever RAM or power you're allotting for this VM, and you're essentially downscaling and minimizing this into a virtual PC.
Yeah, so you're not taking it like you could say that you're saving space in some ways by making this one machine into 20
Oh, that's insane.
as an exaggerated example of virtual machining.
Oh, wow. And is this a common practice for a lot of different programs and like people that develop software, I guess?
Very, very, very common practice, and like it's good stuff to know,
Oh, that's
especially like how to manage it and like how to develop or like how to split up your computer into like multiple VMs. It's really important.
that's really interesting. Yeah. So, were there any developments for the was this just a proof of concept within Minecraft actually?
I didn't read too further into the mod. Like I didn't like go to the mod site to like take a look into it, so I couldn't give you an answer on that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's really cool. That's even possible. Like, wow.
Yeah, you can make a computer into computers.
And
I
then
mean, you can dual boot computers too. You can make it boot into two different OSs.
oh yeah, I've been aware of that. um Wow, so you can actually run like infinitely a version of Minecraft within a virtual machine within your PC and just keep going. I guess
Yeah,
depending
I guess
on
so.
how powerful your computer is and how much you can downscale it. That's just insane. Like it's like if you open up a
I mean,
window and the window constantly opens up into an infinite window.
what do you mean, like VM into a VM into a VM?
Yeah. Like if you're
Eventually, I don't know if I don't know the extent to Inception you can go with it.
uh
But remember, you still have to allocate resources to it, so there's probably going to be a limitation at some point.
like Jesus, get out of my room, Mom. I'm playing Minecraft on my Minecraft.
Actually, I kind of want to see somebody do that. That'd be amazing.
uh
Somebody put Minecraft in Minecraft and
I
be like,
mean
"What are you doing?" Oh, I'm playing Minecraft.
if that idea is
Oh,
out
you know
there,
what?
yeah.
You know what? Get
What?
the newest version of Minecraft and see how far back. Like, get like an older mod that allows you to.
Oh, wow. Okay, I see where you're going with
Oh,
this.
actually, mm, no, it probably wouldn't work because I don't think there was any VM like Minecraft back then. Because I was about to say like play Minecraft and then have it boot Minecraft beta in that Minecraft.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So kind of take it. Oh, what if you could take it each step by step in each version and then have a virtual machine within that version that downscales all the way to the beta?
No, I think your computer would be upset with you.
Oh, okay.
And plus, I think the screen would be so small at that point.
You just gotta
It would not be
enhance.
worth it.
Enhance.
It's gonna be looking at a pixel.
Enhance.
No, let's not.
I can't wait to see 2 by 2 bits running on a screen.
If your computer can handle it.
And I think that's the bottom of the well on TreeBark articles and stuff for the Telegram. I think we're good, actually, yeah. Did we have anything linked in Discord?
Not yet, really. We haven't developed that too much.
Let's see, I don't want to accidentally click on the call and then ruin the call again. New about, sorry. Let's see, discussion area, art. Oh yeah, I guess we can actually just explain what we have so far if you want to go over that.
Like the layout.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And we can change it anytime, but like, maybe just let people know what we have available
I
and
mean,
then.
it's still kind of like a beta, and it's not like it's open for public quite yet. So,
Okay. But
because we don't quite have a plan to like we don't have a solid plan for letting people into the server quite yet.
yeah,
So
but like as a
still gotta
quick rundown,
figure that out.
there are some things that we do have posted. Again, like this is all beta, like Blarg said. But there's going to be a common room discussion area, common room for voice chat, and different articles that we'll host. They'll probably be in private discussions. And then we'll have probably a bunch of different exclusive things, maybe for even patrons. So I'm really excited for that, and it looks really promising on Discord. Like seeing these features and like as a free service is really cool, and it keeps everything really organized. So thank you, Discord. Um,
Yeah, they do an awesome job.
yeah,
It's
they
just that we still gotta develop if we really want to push forward to like open to like a community forum.
for sure. I mean, that is a long-term goal. That would be really cool. And I guess Discord has been implementing all these cool features like being able to screen share and also show yourself recording in a group call. So I guess they're really hard on trying to compete with the Zoom boom, the
Yeah,
Zoomers.
probably.
I don't know if you
I haven't
use Zoom.
really
Are you a
looked too
Zoomer?
much into Zoom, even though I have a friend who works for Zoom. I haven't asked them about like how that's going for them
Oh,
and like what's going on.
I mean, they made like a building for their entire management and stuff in like a week of the pandemic, which was crazy. It's like, where did this building come from?
Uh,
It's like, oh, yeah, it's Zoom now.
yeah, they definitely zoomed the building,
Oh gosh.
zoomed into existence.
Neom.
Meow. Meow.
But
We
yeah,
should
I guess
totally
that
do a podcast in VRC though. That'd be
one day, and yeah, that would be cool again. Like I think we mentioned that before, but that would be definitely cool and new content to post to the YouTube for whatever we want to just share. Um, I don't
do
know.
like you
We
world hopping.
we
trash hopping.
we ran through basically most of just like the articles and stuff posted, so we definitely have to collect more for the next week. But
Yeah.
even for I guess oh, I did do this though over that past week where I played for video games. I played this game recently called Carry On, and if you guys don't know what it is, it's just this small like it's like the playtime in total is no more than like 6 or 8 hours, but it's this Metroidvania game that's a reverse horror take. Horror? I can't talk. Horror game.
Horror.
It's a reverse horror game where you actually have the role as the creature going through this compound, and your main goal is just to escape. So you're just this insane blob type thing with tentacles and different keratin type components that turn into spears and stuff, and you're just this savage monster with teeth, and you just want to get out. So that was really cool. There are some puzzle elements like in different Metroidvanias, and you just rip and tear like through every scientist and people even sitting on the toilet in some rooms. It's crazy, but yeah,
What a shitty situation.
God damn it. I know they're it's so funny. They even put like the people in this bathroom that's not even a part of the way that you need to get out, but you could just haul ass and you could just rip them off the toilet, and then they're screaming, and then you just rip them in half.
Is it like a Jurassic Park moment kind of thing?
Like the raptors just like clawing on the handle.
No. The T-Rex scene from the first Jurassic Park, where he's sitting in the toilet.
Oh, was that? I totally forgot. It's been years since I saw Jurassic Park. I was just imagining like the slow buildup of the heavy footsteps, but instead of the glass of water, it's just the toilet bowl. And then when it's the last plop, he just shits himself before he gets ravaged. But yeah, Carry On. It's a really cool like casual game, and I feel like if you like Metroidvanias and you just want to kind of pick up and play style to just have fun ripping and tearing and then solving puzzles here and there and getting power-ups for your creature, it's pretty cool. The story is nothing like super complicated, pretty direct. You just are a monster, you want to get out, you want to spread the disease. It's crazy. Ooh, maybe that's not a good way to put things in this day and age. Yeah. But for other video games, have you been playing any other video games, babe?
VRC and Satisfactory.
Okay. Any new developments there?
Mostly VR. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. I was playing a lot more Beat Saber, to be honest. We've been playing around with a few friends on the Beat Saber mod, like multiplayer mod. I'll definitely have to modify it a little bit later. And through the help of Biscuit's been helping out. He figured out how to get or ease the pain of trying to get a Rexy model inside fucking Beat Saber in full body tracking without it being super crazy.
Oh, a T-Rex model?
No, Rexy model, the fox looking things, the ones that I like
Oh,
playing as
yeah.
every once in a while. Yeah.
What is their species called?
Mm,
Evoli? No, Evolis are the tiny bird ones, right?
Volley is the tiny little birds. No, it's it's a longer name. I just call them Rexies.
Oh, okay, because that's just the creator.
That's just a shorthand name to the full name.
But yeah, so did it work out for you guys? Were you able to do that in multiplayer?
Yeah, I was able to play with him multiplayer and stuff like that, and shit talk with him on Discord. Him and Luna are really good players.
Does it keep score? So like, if you want to do 2 out of 3 or something like that, there's like a tally, or you just keep that like in your mind.
Yeah, you can see it. So like you can have it so when the result board shows up, it shows you like everyone's scores. Or like while you're in game, if there's a break period, you can just look up to see like how you're doing against everybody else, kind of thing. If you fail, then if you fail, you can still continue the music, but you pretty much reset to 0.
That's such a cool feature. Like, why doesn't the base game have a versus mode? That sounds really intuitive, actually.
Yeah, it's really nice to have a versus mode and be able to play with somebody at the same time. It's fun.
Does it have to be local or can it be online?
It's online.
Oh, awesome. Okay. I would love to set that up too.
You gotta buy Beat Saber, babe.
Okay, yeah, and I would imagine since I'd be doing it through the Oculus Quest, I should just get it through Steam, yeah, instead of the specific Quest store.
Uh, yeah, probably Steam to be honest.
Okay, that sounds like fun. Yeah, we'll try that sometime. I don't know. I'm kind of out. It was kind of a slow week actually for me.
Oh, just besides doing all the comic stuff. I mean, how's your comic stuff going?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so as for like a little update on the comic stuff, for Hall and Jasper, I recently did page 9, as I think most of you probably seen already, hopefully. And I wanted to just wrap up the dinner scene, so the next page actually spoilers, not really spoilers, but I'll try to be wrapping up
What's
the
the
rest.
hint?
Huh?
What's the hint? What's the hint?
Well, I for the sake of progression, it's gonna try and wrap up the dinner scene, and I want to move on to the two moving, and then just going somewhere else, probably Howl's place, and then yeah, it'll develop from there, and I won't say too much other than that. But it'll soon be wrapping up from the flashback to present day stuff and shenanigans, so that should be fun, and I can't wait to start detailing and then showing roughs of that. But that's a handful of pages down the line, actually, for the really fun bits. But yeah,
Yeah, everyone's like all dying for the fun bits. I'm sure.
I,
Maybe
I don't
some
know.
of them
As
are.
a person who's
Everyone's still appreciating the whole the layup story to it, which I think is awesome.
that's the thing I wanted to ask you about. So like you've been in the fandom a little longer than me, and like I would say that you're somewhat of a consumer of comics and a connoisseur of the furry arts. Um, for comics in general, and like contrasting that with like lewd furry comics materials, like how do you feel like lewd types of furry art and comics kind of progress? Is it more just like quick and simple, cut and dry, or do you like kind of the foreplay nature and story building and stuff?
I mean, I think it depends on the mood for somebody.
I guess that's true,
To be
actually.
honest, it's very based on mood. Some people want to get straight to the action. Other people kind of want to build up and like, especially for like the one that's being followed or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm sure a lot of people like to build up to a bigger
It's
thing.
I mean, I haven't followed any comics personally, like online, but I know that you have a lot of tabs on some. I guess it is nice, right, to just see like each week
It's not
somebody post
fully
something
furry
new.
though.
What was that?
It's not fully furries though. The comics I follow.
I don't know. Do you still follow Homestuck?
Mm,
Is that still going or is that
no, I
complete?
don't. It's probably still is to be honest. I
It's a
don't
long one.
know. I really don't.
That's a One Piece novel.
One Piece novel.
Yeah, it keeps going. But yeah, I mean for yourself personally, so I guess there's no wrong answers or anything. Like, do you like seeing? Because I imagine myself as a weeb. Like, I look forward to like the next new season of an anime, and I'm all cut up and I binge watched it. But then if something's going on, like I have to physically wait till the next new episode. So then I have that like kind of kid vibe of, oh yay, it's Saturday morning. There's gonna be a new cartoon out. Like, do you have that feeling for your comics?
Mm, I don't know. I find quite a bit. So and like I'm busy with a bunch of other stuff, so I'm not always like up to date with all my comics. So I'm not too concerned with it, to be honest. Just because like I transitioned to a lot of things.
That's fair. Yeah, and like when you get back to the backlog, it's like, oh man, so much juicy content.
Exactly. It's all waiting for me, all ready to be blown away in like less than an hour.
I know, yeah, and then
'Cause
you just binge,
I can
yeah.
catch up on comics super fast. As
That's
long
the
as the
funny
internet's
thing.
good.
I've always heard that. I've heard that from a couple of different artists that I've seen on FA, and then some of the comments were like, "Oh, yeah, like look, I just posted this new comic," and then some of their fans are like, "Yeah, okay, where's the next page? I just went through like 50 pages in 5 minutes," and they're like, "Oh, the bane of a comic artist it takes
Yeah,
10 times as long to produce the work than it takes to consume it."
yeah. You just gotta do your thing.
Yeah,
So
and I'll admit too, personally, like I don't invest that much time into backgrounds, as you can totally see. But my main focus is just to do the character interaction. So For a first comic, yeah, I think that's an okay way to start, especially if you want to start a comic out there. It's all about story and how you play with your characters and how they interact with each other. I think that's what people like the most.
Yeah, we should totally do like a wrap up video when you do your last page or whenever that may happen.
I definitely do. I'm gonna set myself up, but I definitely want it. It'll be finished in 2020. That's definitely in my brain to say for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
oh,
Yeah,
you
it's
got
August,
you
so
got 6 months.
8 out of 12, right?
Well, less than 6 months. Sorry.
Yeah, so 4. I think we can do it,
I
guys.
guess
Yeah, should be.
you got this.
Yeah,
You
the
got this,
babe.
bro.
You are coming home soon, although it was delayed. But that is fuel to the fire, and then we'll be able to hang out, and I can actually interact with somebody. Because quarantine life, man, it's tough.
Wait, how many weeks do we have left, babe? Because
Of quarantine, or what you mean?
no, of this year.
Oh, what is 4 times 3? I guess 12. I can't do math. 3 weeks per month, right? 4 weeks per
Wait,
month.
what?
4 weeks. 4
Like
weeks per
generally
month.
4.
So 4 more months, 16 weeks.
So
Is
you
that
got
right?
15. You got 15 weeks, babe. You sure you sure you're gonna finish your comic?
Well, I mean, I'm excited for it. So yeah, I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. Uh,
Oh, I'm not saying. I'm just saying you got a huge crunch time ahead of you, and I wish you the luck, and I hope that you get it, especially on top of the other projects you got going too.
yeah, I know. That's why I said I totally
Because
set
you
myself
are
up.
busy, but
But even for this podcast, I mean, like, I'm very happy to share like what we have to say about stuff, and as like the news and topics go, it is really fun, and that's what keeps, like, as long as we enjoy it, I think that's what's gonna keep us going, keep us motivated to do the things that we like doing.
yeah, just keep
Especially,
motivated and keep on swimming. That's what we
yeah,
need to do right now.
and especially if like somebody says like, oh wow, I really like that thing you did, or it made me a little bit happier. I'm like, ah, that's all, makes it all worth it. So,
But yeah, you keep up the great work, babe, on your comic. People are enjoying it, and I think
uh,
it's awesome.
thank you. And yeah, I'm kind of actually done for today. I don't. I've got, I've got. I'll try to be refining. I mean, I guess this is just a real personal day in the life update, but I'll just be getting to some more refining some thumbnails for a paint commission, and I'll try to get that to the client as soon as possible. So that's kind of my night planned out. I know it's late for you, babe, because you're that 3 hour time difference, and thank you for staying up late for this. I appreciate it.
It's only 10.
I know, but you were out all day. You went to the zoo. You had ice cream. That's a full day, in my opinion.
Ice cream was pretty good. I'm pretty sad you couldn't have some.
I know. Thanks for
I don't
sending the
think I
picture,
could bring
though.
some back. Hmm?
Thanks for sending the pictures, though. That was really pretty. You took a lot of really nice photos of your the birds and stuff. There was even that one bird that was from Agretsko.
Yeah, secretary bird. Yeah,
Is it
they're
literally
interesting
called a
looking birds.
secretary bird?
Yes,
Oh my god, that's funny. I didn't know that was a
and
joke.
the bird's a secretary.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're called secretary birds.
Did you post them to your smug mug?
Uh, no, because my smug lights usually like when I convert raw into the JPEGs.
Oh, you have to process them and stuff, make them look fancy.
Yeah,
I mean, they
I'll
look really
probably.
sharp as
I
is.
gotta download some and then send it to the dragonfly photo thing on Telegram.
Oh, okay. Can people join that if they want?
Yeah, they can follow it. It's open to follow if they wish.
That's Dragonfly Photos.
Yeah,
Photos?
well,
Photo.
the links now, well, dragons fly photos pictures.
Okay. Yeah,
So
go check
just
out his photos.
it's t.me slash tap drag fly photo. There's a link to it. You can post a link from it too. But
Will do.
yeah, dragons fly smug mug is actually the main photo stuff. And I actually started at 2020 for once. Because I actually was not lazy for like a hot minute.
No, yeah, I'm glad you keep
There's
up with it.
there's so many back there's so much backlog on like sections of photos that I really need to work on, and like do select highlights to like the photos I like.
Oh, well,
Or what I mean by highlights is like, oh, like I like this photo compared to like the bunch of the rest of the photos, and like keep a limit to how much photos I really, really work on.
oh yeah, like just take out the cream of the crop, and you're like, oh, this one's I like this one more. So you'll just like pick your faves,
Yeah, like ones that really pop out to me.
give them the special treatment into raw.
Mm, a little bit. Like some of them I do. Sometimes, like especially when I do cropping, and it's a little too bright on the border. I'll like cheese it a little bit and use a vignette to like kind of make sure that the edges aren't super bright.
Oh yeah, get that focus in.
Yeah, it's a little cheaty, but as long as it gets to the nice.
I don't think so. I mean, that's a part of photography, right? Even the post processing.
Yeah, it's all in art. Everyone has different ways of doing art, and there's some really cool ways and techniques that people have.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't like it because it's like an easy way of just like, oh yeah, if you want to see all this stuff, then like there's like an easy website for all this stuff.
Oh, what, to process your photos?
Not process, but like in terms of just like sharing with people. Like, oh yeah, if you want to just see all the other stuff that I've done, here's like essentially our portfolio of photos.
Yeah, go check out Blarg's work, guys. It's really nice.
Ooh,
But I'm good. Do you want to call it for tonight?
nice. You're the host, my love.
Well, you're the host too.
Woohoo!
But I'm good on my end. If you are, or if you have any like
Alright,
last minute
okay.
subjects.
Not really. I haven't seen anything that's interesting in terms of the games. I know there's like some things on like the Xbox and the PS5 thing going on, but I don't really care for that yet, to be honest. Not because it's like PC Master Race BS, but
But yes,
like I'm so
wow.
involved in
Just slip that in there.
I guess yes, because a lot of the VR stuff resides either mobily, whether that be like the crappy phone VR or Oculus
Mm-hmm.
or the G2 Reverb and all the way to like the Index and all that jazz in between. Like just VR scene is more dedicated towards like the PC or its own standalone unit.
Yeah, I would. Oh, bless you, whoever that was.
That
Oh.
was sour. Don't die, sour.
Okay, I think with that we'll call it, guys. So you've been listening to TreeBark. I don't even remember the episode. 19. I'm probably wrong.
You know what? That's gonna be your title. It's gonna be episode 18, and then it's like
19
TreeBark
question mark
episode
maybe.
19 question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have a good night. I've been your host Theo.
And I've been your host, the other reptile,
Blarg.
Blarg, Bulwarg,
Good night.
Bulwarg. Night.
And a huge shout out to the Patreon supporters, the monthly barkers, starting with Archon Inu, Artorius Nightwalker, Barky, Ben Campbell, Bryce, Damon, Damian Adams, Ella Ryra, Ferris, Hattie, Howler, Jack Scott, Jason, J Wolf, Knock 82562, Lo-Fi, Mercury, Michael Draws, Rix, Road Woof, The Pieman 78, Tyler DeRosier, and Yoru Pandawolf. Thank you so much, guys, for helping make this possible and supporting all of my projects. I really appreciate it and can't thank you enough. You can find me on Twitter and FA at Shikokubo. If you'd like to help support the podcast and future projects, you can check out my Patreon at Shikokubo. That's SHIKOKUBO. Take care.